Hey everyone, welcome back. New package. Judging by the title, you probably know what it is already. You got the standard Nabalis box. Creative art design, I guess. But I am really curious to get into this package. Been waiting for this thing for about 2 weeks, more or less. Yeah, a little over 2 weeks. So I've been getting a little impatient, but here it is, and we're about to see. So it comes with the standard stuff. Let's just put this thing away for now. See, some spare hardware, weight pins, screws, pivots, washers, bushings, some super lube, the typical blue Loctite stickers, bite handle indicator, and this beautiful thing right here. God, I love this thing. Really practical. And yeah, let's see. I can already feel some plastic around it, so I'm guessing. And the handle gap is really wide, so I'm guessing they put on the wrench thing. But yeah, so far it looks really good. So, if you couldn't tell, this is the Nabalis Crescent, the winner of the Create with Nabalis in 2025. Let's see if I can. There we go. Okay, this thing looks nice. I see there's some oil on the blade. Let's see if I can just wipe that off. Okay, first impressions, the handles feel really nice. The G10 is soft, but at the same time it feels solid. Okay, let's see if we can just get everything out of the way. Get our first flip. Okay, so just by looking at it, you can see that the handle gap is insane. I'm not sure if there's a way to fix this, or... Yeah, the handle gap is really big. Not too big of a fan of that, but this thing looks really nice. This blade really shines. I love the design of this thing. It looks incredibly nice. So yeah, this is the Crescent channel aluminum. I'm pretty sure it's 7075 aluminum. Really long. There's like a speed channel down here. The jimping is... Yeah, the jimping. Not that much to look at really. Yeah, white G10 scales. I think we should just give it a flip. Okay. Sound is really nice. Let's see if we can test the tune. Can't really feel much. Wasn't much bounce there. Play is minimum. Okay, that can definitely be improved. Yeah. Not looking too good with the handle swing. Definitely catches at some points. But it sounds good. Looks really good. Feels good in the hand. It's very lightweight though. At least compared to what I'm used to. It has this interesting ring to it. I think it is because of this thing. Sounds really nice. Let's see, there's still a lot of oil left on it. Maybe put on a little too much lube in the factory. But yeah, this thing, it flips nicely. It's just, I don't really know what configuration this currently has, but right now it is definitely neutral, almost blade bias in a way, just from what I can tell. But yeah, the handles feel really nice. The G10 is comfortable. Fans feel a little weird. I might have to try a little more with the configurations, but I'm not really sure what I think, to be honest. Chaplins do feel nice. Rollovers are okay. They do them okay, but they don't really like stick as much as they could. I'll definitely try to take a little look at the weight configurations, but just first off now, this thing, I'm not sure. It feels nice though. It is really nice in the hand. The handles are really comfortable. G10 scales are not too rough, or what do I call it? It doesn't feel like it is crumbling apart in my hands. Really enjoy that. Yeah, but right now the configuration it currently has, I don't really know what configuration it comes with stock, but you could definitely use some more handle weights. I'll try and see if I can put on some of these handle weights. I see there is 4 weight pins, so I'm guessing, I don't really know how many you can have two in one handle, but I haven't really read too much into this. I just thought the design looked really cool, so I just wanted to check it out. It looks really cool. But you know what? I think I'll try to play around with the configurations, but actually do it on video. Instead of just doing hard cuts, just make the video a little more interesting, I guess. So I'll just switch up the camera and we'll get to disassembling this thing and trying to fix the tune and the weight pins. Okay, so we're now at my table and we'll see if I can get these things out. So I don't really plan on switching the washers or anything. I'm just gonna try and disassemble it and see if I can fix up the tune and try to play around with the weight configurations. I'm not really sure how much each of these weight pins weigh, so I'm not sure how much it's gonna affect the balance of it, but I'm just gonna see if I can. Let's start off with the bottom one. Okay, definitely tightened the screws insanely tight. Okay. I kind of wanted to get the black scales for this one as well, just to sort of get a sort of unique look to it, but it got a little expensive. And that's a little out of my price range, so I just stuck to getting this by itself. It's really strange, I can feel the pivots sort of like sticking out of the handles. It feels a little weird, but I don't know if that's on purpose or... Let's see. Pivots going out really easily. That's nice. Let's see if we can move these. Is it just under the scales maybe? Is there a sort of locking mechanism? I don't really want to be too rough on this thing, considering that I don't really know how it's built completely. There. pivot out. Okay. Now this is something that's really important to me. Let's see if I can move the camera a little bit. You see that I have sort of like sorted out the screws and pivots. This one is here, this one's here, this one's here, etc. I really like doing that because it just keeps it organized. It's way easier to keep track of. Okay. The scales doesn't really seem to just fall off, so they're obviously held in by something else. Guess we can just start by removing the washers, taking a look if they're even the right way. Let's see. This was the bottom one. It was definitely facing the right way. I think the top one was facing... Wait. Okay, I think they were both facing the right way, actually. That's interesting. Let's check on the other side. Okay, this is the bottom one. The Nabalis washers are interesting because both of them have this like rounded edge to them. Makes it kind of hard to define which side is the smooth one. Let's see. Okay. So it's supposed to sit like that. Yeah, both of them were the right way. That's interesting. Let's just see if I can clean the blade. Now let's see if I can remove these scales somehow. I'm a little scared to put too much force because I'm worried I'm gonna break it. Is there any sort of like locking mechanism on this thing? I'll cut the video for now and just cut it to when I have somehow figured out how to remove this G10 skill. Okay, figure it out. I had to personally contact Jappy Balsam, one of the designers of the Crescent, on how to remove this thing, and I finally got it. So the thing is that I have to slide it up until it clicks, then I can just take it off. Yeah, definitely not something I would have expected, but yeah. So I can see right here that there is already 2 weights in the handle, which makes me kind of wonder because just these 2 weights and the belly itself felt almost blade biased. So you know what, I'm gonna just full on raw dog this thing and just try to put on all the weights. Let's see if I can put this thing back together. Oh. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm doing this thing right. I think I got it on. No, it doesn't really sit flush. Let me see. This is difficult. Maybe it's the wrong scale? Let me try the other one. Is there any difference between the scales? It shouldn't be, right? Oh god. I'll cut the video again, just until I've gotten these scales on. Okay, so I got the scales back on, and I'm currently trying to put it back together, and we'll see how it feels after that. Let's see if I can just wiggle this thing in. Man, these washers really make it difficult to like define which side is which. I think this is the smooth side. Put that on there, put that on there. It sure is an interesting scale system to take them on and take them off, but creative. But I think it just would be better if they just stuck to the normal way of putting them on, like letting the screws just hold them instead of having a whole mechanism inside of the aluminum channel itself. But it's creative, I'll give them that. Just not necessarily effective. But it was easy to take him out. It was pretty easy, but it's just, I feel like that's not something that's addressed in any posts or anything. But I think it does make them more secure though, so there's pros and cons to this. Let's see if I can get this tightened. I don't really want to tighten this too badly, just okay. Looks better. Let's see if I can put on some lube on this. Okay, it is a little loose, so I'll use Carbon Honey Thick on this. Definitely one of my favorite lubes that I've ever used. Just a little drop is enough. All right. Let's try to shake that in. Let's see if I can tighten it even more. Okay. That tune is decent. Not bad at all. Let's try it and give it a flip. Okay, here it is. Disassembled, put on weights, and re-lubed it. Now use the Carbon Honey. Okay, there is definitely a noticeable difference. But it sounds better. I'm not sure how well this camera's microphone picks it up. It definitely sounds better. Tune is okay, I guess. Not that bad. Swing could definitely be better. Still catches a little bit. I should probably have replaced the washers, but let's focus on the flipping. Yeah, the handles definitely have more weight. Feels really nicely on rollovers. Yeah, this thing's not bad at all. I think I might have to try removing one weight, so there's 3 weights in each handle, because this thing still leans a little more on the handle biased side, and I want to keep it more of a neutral to light handle bias. So I'll experiment with that, but right now it doesn't really flip that bad. I'm enjoying this thing. However, I'm not sure if this thing is something that would stay in my collection for long. It is a good balsam all around, but it doesn't really feel like there's anything special. No offense to the designers, of course. Yeah, this thing is okay. It's I wouldn't really call it a competitive flipper. It does flip nicely. Handles are comfortable. The G10 feels nice. Sound is really good. Really enjoyable sound. The problem is just that it doesn't really... I can't really feel anything special about it. But yeah, I'll definitely keep this for a while just to sort of get my opinion straight. And to play a little around with the configurations, but so far it's definitely decent, but it's not that special of a bell song. But yeah, that was my first impressions, unboxing, and I guess I could call it a little tuning video. And I'll hope to see you in the next one. See ya.